Good evening, everybody, and welcome to tonight's episode of Roll With It. Welcome back. We taking a brief break from our Solasta playthrough, which has been riveting. Be sure you check out The Life of Steve and his supporting characters. They're not really important, and besides, you won't ever see Phalor anyhow. So we'll hop into tonight's episode here. Also, brief thing. I don't know if any of you guys noticed, but tomorrow is the 3-year anniversary of the YouTube page too. So, huzzah!
Huzzah!
Nice.
Yeah. So
With our 5 viewers,
maybe, yeah.
maybe I might have been generous. I don't know.
Is that counting us?
No. So, 3 years posting stuff over there. So, or 2. I don't know. It's been time. There's been time. So, quick recap here. In between this session and last, everybody did level up to level 8. If everyone just wants to go ahead and give an update as far as just what class you decided to level up in. So we'll start off with Kovac.
Fighter.
Okay.
Nothing new.
The homebrew.
The
Queen
homebrew
Shadow.
fighter.
The Queen
Yeah,
Shadow
yeah.
that we have. Yep. And Rith.
Yep, I leveled up in fighter as well again, so
Nice,
I'm now
nice.
level 2 fighter. Woo woo!
Yeah, right. Even more strategic.
Yeah.
I don't know. So, and for Kelnoran.
I am back on the Druid's path.
Nice. And for Lilith.
I also went to the original path of Rogue.
Very good. And then for Rowan.
That was Warlock for me.
Staying on the Warlock path. All right. So, I think everybody rolled pretty well on hit dice as well. Got only one person below 50 right now, I think, right? With Lilith.
Yep.
So, I think Kovac and Rith are both approaching 100. If I
Bang.
Getting there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Getting there.
So, bit more of a tanky class. I still don't know. Does anybody have access to 4th level spells yet? I can't remember. No, right?
I have spell slots, but not
Right.
4th level spells.
Not the 4th level spells. That's right. So, multi-classing. It's fantastic and detrimental at the same time. But,
Yep.
I have too many levels in Warlock.
And unfortunately, Pack Magic and the Arcane don't stack at all. So, all right. So, with that quick update out of the way, we'll go ahead and hop in. So, we ended last session at the end of Elent 22, which was the day that you guys ended up meeting with Darko. Getting some information from him and taking care of kind of the last few things that you guys are anticipating doing while in town. So we are at the beginning of the 23rd of Elent here. Anybody have anything they're wanting to do during the day here?
I don't think so.
I'd like to collect some pine cones
Pine cones. Okay.
Yep. for spell components.
Okay. Easy enough to find in the area where you are. I mean, you guys are in a fairly wooded area, and being temperate type of grasslands. You know, you have
Is that right?
deciduous trees and evergreen, so doesn't take you very long to find some pine cones.
Okie doke. That's all I want.
All right. So head out in the morning, grab some pine cones, and come back.
Yeah.
Got it. All right.
I'll
Anybody
just take my trip to El Hazir to check on the bow again.
Check on the
Check on see if he's had any bow any takers on the pouch that I described, or the
okay.
bow.
Okay. Very good. All right, so you can head in to talk with him. So
Yeah, we don't have to pay through it if if he doesn't. But
okay. He does not as of right now. He's waiting on some. He had someone that was looking into it, or might have had an idea, but they have not responded back to him as of yet. So, but yeah, still waiting. Anybody
that's it
else?
for me.
Okay. So, most of you guys are back at the inn then, correct? All right. So,
Yeah.
mid-morning-ish, in between 9 and 10 or so. You guys have had your breakfast, cleaned everything up, just kind of relaxing, basically just waiting for Rith's Maul to be done. And there is a knock at the door.
I'll go answer.
Oh,
I
cool.
beat you to it.
So you open the door, and Shelby is standing there in her guard's outfit. And she says, good morning.
Hello.
Is everybody here today?
I turn around and look to see if I see everyone.
I mean, you know that Kerr stepped out, or Kelnora stepped out for a little bit. He came back. Lilith stepped out for a little bit, and she came back. So you haven't seen anybody else leave in the morning.
I believe so.
It's like, okay, good. I'm actually here on official business. So if I could just talk to everybody.
I just kind of step out of the way and.
All Thanks. She will come into the general meeting area you guys have. She'll look around. Good morning. As I was telling Rowan at the door, I'm actually here on official business this morning. You guys, or some of you, had filed a missing persons report not too long ago on the missing wizard Connor.
Yeah.
With potential allegations that he might be dead. So I need whomever interacted with him to come with me to the post office and speak with Constable Pell in regards to the investigation they have going on.
I talked to him.
Okay.
Okay. The two of you.
I'm the one that found the evidence that he might be. So I should probably tell him.
Okay. Well, that's fine. For the purposes of the investigation, they're only talking to the people who actually spoke with him. But I mean, if you want to come down, that's perfectly fine. You can wait in the entry area. If they have any questions, I'm sure they'll any follow-up questions they can call you in at that point. Okay. Well, if you want to follow me.
Okay.
She will leave with the three of you. So, she will walk with you guys back to the post office. Just kind of a few steps ahead of you guys.
Is there anything we should know before we go in?
Not that I'm aware of. They just told me to come and retrieve you for some follow-up questions that they had in regards to the investigation. I'm not one of the investigators assigned to it, so I'm not sure exactly what. Just following orders.
I gotcha.
So she will lead you guys to the post office and open the door for you guys to make your way in and lead you back down a hallway to a separate room, and there are a couple of additional guards waiting there, and they will open one of the doors and let you go in. And when you guys go in, there's two people that you're familiar with. There's Constable Pell, who is the individual you guys have spoken to before, originally when you were trying to set up the charter. He's also kind of like the de facto captain of the post office. And then there's also Commander Biltram, who is the leader of the commander of the Purple Knights, the Dragon Knights that are battalion that's here. So she's also an individual you spoke with. They were both present at your charter mission briefing that you guys did. So, and Constable Pell will greet you guys and say, "Good morning. Thank you for coming in. We appreciate your reporting of the missing person. We've nearly completed our investigation, but we needed your confirmation on a piece of information." And he will motion. There's a woman that's also in the room that kind of steps out. Like the two of you, so Kelnorn, you're back in the waiting room area, but the two of you didn't really notice her right away because she was kind of like crouched back in the corner. As you see, he motions to her. She just kind of shuffles forward.
I flinch.
She's got her head down, and like the way that she's moving is, you can tell she's probably either. I mean, Kovac, you've seen this before. She's in a state of distress, like emotional distress, and Constable Public, madam, if you would please, and you'll see a. She just kind of jerks for a moment, and then she utters a few arcane words, does a few motions, and her form starts to shimmer and changes into an older man, mostly bald, hunched shoulders, bushy eyebrows, and Constable Public say, "Is this the individual that you met with?"
Is this what he looked like?
Go ahead and just give me a general intelligence check. Or a
Oh
history check.
boy!
History or intelligence. Not necessarily a hard DC because it's only been like a 10-day. So 8 or 7. It takes you a moment, like you're looking, and there's like there's flashes of recognition in like some of the posture, but I mean the clothing is off entirely. Like you don't recognize the clothing. This guy was wearing something a lot more almost elegant, but the posture seems right, and the eyebrows, like you remember the bushy eyebrows, but there's a vague recollection.
It looks similar.
Okay. And he'll look at her. So you believe that this was the individual that you met with at the tower?
It appears similar.
Yeah.
And as you guys say that, the lady just, you see the form that's there. The shoulders just start to kind of convulse a little bit, and you hear the illusion just drops, and you hear her say "Balthazar" and just start to sob, and the two guards that they're standing outside come in and escort her out, and you just kind of hear her sobbing just kind of trail down the hallway. Kelnorn, you'll hear it. It goes deeper into the post office, and he will, Constable Pell, say, "Oh well, thank you. we appreciate your assistance. We'll make sure she gets some help in dealing with this distressing situation.
Wait, who's Balthazar?
Well, when we started our investigation about a 10-day ago, it was not proceeding well since there wasn't a whole lot of information to go off of, but she came forward asking about the missing person, and through some magic she was able to generate a rough image for some of the guards that were here when the job was posted, but they were not able to say with very good certainty if it was him. Apparently he was an actor from a local troupe, and the persona Connor was a character that he had played in a past production, and he had left the troupe a short while ago for a private job, but did not tell his fellow troupe members whom his employer was.
So, was he hired to hire us?
Well, we've been trying to look into any leads on who his employer might have been, but we're not. Unfortunately, that trail is rather cold. There was not any information or any kind of documentation at the tower when we stopped to search it. But was there anything that you had seen or anything else that he might have told you to reveal who his employer might have been, or did he anything that he might have said?
I was just under the understanding that he was the employer.
Okay. There was nothing in your
Did any
interaction.
other? So did anybody else except for our group inquire about that job?
It was up briefly. There were some. I believe there was some other interest in it, but no one who took it, I should say.
I just don't understand the purpose of the job posting to begin with. Other than to potentially have those killed that took on the job.
Well, that very well could be. Unfortunately, we have not found any additional information, and we were hoping if maybe we could find a body or such that we could have one of the clerics from one of the churches potentially speak to him and learn some more information, but unfortunately there was no clues as to where the body may have gone. Just the obvious signs of struggle that you had noticed.
Interesting.
Well,
Oh, is there any other information we can help you with?
if you don't know who potentially could have been his employer, if there's nothing else that stood out to you from your interactions, then no, we will go ahead and just probably have to close this as a unresolved case, unfortunately. But
Yeah, it seems odd. Like, what were they after? Because he hired us. If they were actually after what he wanted us to do, they would have waited till we got back. I don't know. Sorry, it's really weird just thinking about it in my head.
and refresh my memory here. What was the job that you went on for him?
Failed to spare a flower we were to retrieve its for this supposed mage
Okay. And
and used in alchemy.
okay. And where did they send you for that?
To the Shadowfell.
Oh. Okay. And well, I can you just walk me through the job? So he'll ask you for that information. You guys can divulge as much as you'd like in regards to that. So
Yeah,
which
I
would you like to
don't think
tell me?
I'd censor. I wouldn't censor anything, I guess, about the trip.
Yeah, I don't think there was anything necessarily like to hide, honestly.
Okay. So tell them that he was going to send you to Shadowfell, provided you with a writ to enter Tilverton, and when you returned, what do you want to reveal about when you returned? I mean, I guess that was you and Kelnorn for the most part, but
So if you want to, you can speak with our other companion about the deserted tower.
well, I mean, if
I
you
don't.
think he might have some information in regards to that, be happy to speak with him as well. See, do we need to go back? Do you need to go back to the inn to retrieve him, or is he here with?
He's waiting outside.
Oh, very well. They'll motion kind of one of the guards will come in and Kelnorn, anything you've been doing while you're standing there?
Probably looking at the jobs board to see if there's one that would satisfy Lilith's need for money and to go up near Shadowdale for any reason.
Okay. So you take a look at the job posting board. It is curiously devoid of jobs right now.
There were a lot of charters in town recently.
It's a nice wall. I'll just keep staring at it.
Okay. A short time later, one of the guards will come out. Sir, excuse me.
Yeah,
If you would please come with me.
sure.
Thank you.
I'll
He
follow
will
suit.
lead you back into the room where you see 4 individuals standing there: Kovac, Rowan, and then Constable Pell and Commander Biltram. Greetings. So we're trying to just establish any information about your either dealings with the now deceased Balthazar, who was known as Connor, but they indicated that you were present as well when you came back to the tower, and just would like to get your recap of whatever you may have seen.
Okay, well, I was expecting an active, like, home, but there's just a table. And upstairs there was a lot of blood splatter.
Okay, so there was just a table there and blood splatter and nothing else?
Yeah, and I was given the impression that it should be very lived in when we got there.
Okay. All right. And he'll say, I guess back to the writ that you were provided. That was something you provided to the Purple Dragon Knights.
We
At
gave them
Tilverton?
uh,
Very well.
like a letter of introduction or something that got us across.
Okay. Well, we may have to pursue that as well and see if potentially that will lead us down any additional paths. Very well. Well, if there's anything else that you think of in the meantime, please feel free to come back and provide us with some additional information.
Okay.
Thank you very much for coming down. We appreciate your help.
You're welcome.
The two guards will escort you out of the room, and the door shuts where the two of them were still in there. So
So this guy had 2 names? Is that what he said back there?
Apparently he used to be an actor in like a traveling group or something and was hired to put the posting out.
Okay. Why? And rhetorical. Like, there's no way of knowing. It's no. So, the job board's empty. It's going to be hard to get Lilith to want to trek north for free.
Well, she already said she would.
That was after suggesting the possibility of taking a job.
Either way, she said she'd go.
Yeah.
I'll just tell her that there's a possibility of like large sums of money. Because then I'm not
Okay.
wrong, because there's always a possibility for that, right? It might be a low possibility, but
As long as it's above 0, it's a possibility.
yep.
Right. So we head back then.
Yeah.
all right, so you guys head back, and so Lilith and Rith, while you guys are there, probably about 15 minutes or so after they leave, you guys will hear a knock on the door.
I'll go answer it.
So there's a gentleman there in standard clothing. Says, looking for the Outlanders?
Yes.
All right,
Can we
this
help
is for you. And he just hands you a letter. Have a good day. And he just leaves.
I'll turn around, kind of bewildered, and close the door.
He just handed you a sealed letter.
I'm gonna be very cautious of it.
Okay.
And
It's in very nice calligraphy on the front. It says the Outlanders.
Does
Can
it,
I
does it
check
have the
out-
Lilith symbol on it, or?
It does not.
Is there a way to check a letter for traps?
Did
I
she
mean-
walk? You walk back in the room, or are you checking it out there?
Yeah, no, I'm checking it out as I walk back in.
Who was it?
Guy just asked if we were the Outlanders and handed me this letter.
What it read?
I don't know yet because it was just so strange that I'm afraid to open it.
I'll reach my hand out.
I'll just hand it to him and back up.
Okay.
I'll open it.
Yeah, so there's a wax like a wax seal on the back that has it closed. Flip it over, open it.
Yep.
Okay. It is a letter. Just says, "Dear
Oh, I don't care what it
Outlanders."
says. I hand it back to him.
Okay.
Yeah, once
Alright.
once it's open, I'll head back.
Okay.
I'll
Alright.
grab it.
Like Red saw her looking really strangely at this letter. He's like, "What is it?" So,
Okay.
yep, and he'll
It's
go back
open.
to his own thing.
All right. So, it's open now.
All
Pulling
right,
the letter out.
I'll read it aloud.
Okay, so it says, "Dear Outlanders, if you would please indulge me and meet me at my residence this afternoon, I have a piece of business I would like to discuss with you, given recent events. Yours truly, Pierce Eiglar."
Okay. Pierce. I guess we'll let the others know whenever they get back that Iglar wants to meet with us.
I nod. Go back to reading
Okay.
or whatever I was doing.
All right. So, about 45 minutes later, they walk back in.
So you guys are good?
Yeah.
What happened? What was that about?
They just wanted more information.
Iglar wants to see us tonight. at
Yeah,
12
the
o'clock.
guy just came and handed us a letter at the door. He wants to meet us
Okay.
this evening.
The letter did say
Sounds
this
good.
afternoon.
Oh, okay.
So 12:01. Because that's afternoon.
You are correct.
Oh, this afternoon.
Why does everybody want
he
to
wants
see
to
us
meet.
today?
So what all did they say? Did they find out more information or?
No, not really. Just
Not really.
want to know what we saw.
Just a follow-up investigation. Nothing important. What does Iglar want?
I don't know.
He just said meet him in the afternoon.
Yep.
He said, letter said, due to recent events.
And no elaboration on recent events.
Nope.
Okay. What time would you all like to go?
Should we be scared that he's asking us to his house? Because normally he would like just come here if he wanted to talk to us. I feel like.
Not necessarily. Maybe he has. I don't know.
It was a good.
I kind of.
Good effort.
I mean, I'm okay with the not necessarily part.
He could have been busy. I mean, I could.
Maybe he doesn't want something overheard, and our accommodations aren't necessarily the most secured.
Yeah, and we gotta keep an eye on that Ilga. And I look back to see if she's around to hear me say that, to like pick on her.
Not in the room right now, no.
Oh, okay.
A few moments later, she'll come. Did I hear my name? Did you need something?
No,
I
we're
was
good.
getting lunch. Oh, okay. I was
Thanks,
getting lunch ready.
You're doing a great job.
Thanks. All right. It'll be ready here in about 10 minutes.
Sounds great.
Maybe after we eat lunch, we could go.
Do we know where his house is at?
Technically, yes. It is on the map. I'll say that. It's number
I don't know if
30.
we've been there or not.
It's been pointed out to you before, but
Oh, yeah. Okay, right there. He did say to his place and not to the winery?
That's true.
I'll hand Kovacs the letter.
it does indeed state his residence and that he has a
Got a
piece
lot
of
of
business.
questions here.
It says he has a piece of business he would like to discuss with you in light of recent events, and to meet him there
Perfect.
this afternoon.
Better to get the information from the source sometimes.
I didn't
Okay.
write that part down.
After we eat lunch, we can head out.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. So about 10-15 minutes later, Ilga brings you guys out lunch. It's some of the salted meat along with some like a vegetable stew that she's prepared. So and some fresh bread she's been working on this morning. So she sets it down and takes a seat herself, as you guys have invited her to. So
Smells amazing.
oh, thanks. I had a few things that I needed to get used. So
Yeah, it's delicious.
thank you. I was just getting some other rations and such prepared so that way they would be available whenever you guys head back out.
Awesome.
So she will eat, not necessarily quickly, but definitely not as quick as some others, I'm sure, in the group. But so, but yeah, it's good food. About hour or so later, it's right around high noon. You can hear the bell ringing out across the city just to signify that it is indeed noon. You guys want to head to Eiglarson?
Yeah, guess we should.
Okay. So you guys make your way in through the south gate, through the more posh district of Arabelle, and down the long walkway that leads you towards Iglar's estate. You end up knocking on the door, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
All right. A few moments later, Iglar opens the door himself, says, thank you for coming by. If you want to join me in my study, I just have a piece of business I would like to discuss with you.
Sure.
Very well. If you want to follow me, anybody hungry? Anything to drink?
I'm good. We just ate.
Take mead.
I can have some meat brought in. Yeah. Anything else? Juice, water?
You know,
Very well. He'll say, if you want to hang out for here, just one moment. Let me. Well, you know what? I have. Actually, I do have a bottle in my study right now that I've just been saving, and for an occasion. This is an occasion. So, if you want to follow me, and his house is nice. It's very warm. Everything about it just has a very welcoming and friendly feel. And as far as the decor goes, things are very well made here, but also for the size of the estate that it is, like you've seen some other noble estates, like when you were at the party or the gala, and everything there was very. You could tell that these people were rich. The stuff he has is just, it's well made, but it's just warm. Doesn't have that same feel to it. But this is quite the estate that he has here. It's bigger than the previous place you were in. So Iglar apparently does well for himself, but leads you into a study that's just lined with bookshelves and invites you all to sit at this round table that he has there. Says, please sit down. And as you guys are taking a seat, he goes over and grabs a bottle from a trolley that's there and sets a cup down in front of you, Rith. Says, please enjoy.
He takes the cup and drinks.
Okay. And he did leave the bottle of mead in front of you as well, so.
leaves
I'll
leaves the
refill it as
cup,
I go.
takes the bottle.
I'll be refined here.
So-
No, I won't actually.
That's fine.
I'll grab
There's,
the bottle.
yeah, and Iglar's seen you eat and drink, so. If he's taken aback by your actions, he does not demonstrate it, so. And he sits down, and it's one of the. I mean, Kelnorn, you would notice this is one of the few times he's actually taken a very formal posture with you. When he sits down and talks, he says, "Very well. Thank you for coming. First of all, on short notice, I appreciate the consideration. I have a few questions for you." Kind of stare. He looks at you first, Rowan, and then kind of glances over the rest of you. After your meeting with Darko, he told me that he referred you discreetly to the Basilisk and Mr. Stone, correct?
Yeah.
Do you intend to go?
Yes.
I see. Well, I'm hesitant to ask, but would you be willing to perform a task or a job for me while you are there?
At the Basilisk specifically, or like in Shadowdale? Either one's probably yes, but
Yes. Starting at the Basilisk, and then maybe to parts otherwise disclosed.
I have no objections. I mean, I feel like we kind of owe it to you to do it for you.
Oh, no, this isn't a request, as from me as your sponsor. I want to make that clear. This is a request from me. So any previous business dealings we have aside, I want that set aside. This is a personal piece that I wish to be taken care of. I believe I told you that when I was younger, I was one like you, an adventurer. Yes.
Think so.
Yeah.
Well, I'll give you a small bit of backstory. You can feel free to ask questions. I may answer some. I may not answer others. But when I was younger, I was part of a group much like yours, and we ended up garnering a name for ourselves and pursuing some powerful and formidable adversaries. And in our pursuit, we inflicted heavy losses on them, but I lost some friends along the way. And in our pursuit, eventually, the trail went cold and they seemingly disappeared. And I was unable to bring the murderers of my friends and many others, to any sense of justice. And it has weighed heavily on me over the years. And he kind of pauses for a moment, just kind of wringing his hands, and he's got a piece of paper in front of him that he's just kind of messing with a little bit. I believe you may have encountered them, or those like them. And he pushes the piece of paper into the middle, towards you guys.
Grab the paper.
You take a quick look at it, and it is the official report that you guys gave when you came back from the Hollock Forest, detailing your interactions with the gate and the individuals or the people that you fought, including the Catoblepus, and you're familiar with it. Like, it just instantly strikes, especially in your mind.
I don't remember some of it though.
No. Like, for Kel Norin, this strikes. The imagery is very fresh in your mind because of, well, events. Not
Right.
just not necessarily the dying, but say your report from Hollock caught my attention, and I started to ask around. Mr. Stone is one of those contacts. I prefer to not have dealings with him, but occasionally when you are pursuing a group like this, you must use all forms of contact. But he has heard rumors of similar activity in Cormanther, but refused to say any more. And at this, he pulls up a wooden case that's about 3.5 feet in length, about a foot wide, maybe like a couple inches, like 4 or 5 inches tall, and sets it on the table. It says, I would like you to exchange this for information, then follow that information and eradicate this group. Not capture. Eradicate.
I understand.
Same.
What is can I ask
Specifically,
what's in the case?
the people associated with the portal.
The Daemon Fae, yes. Or, as they are more common, or their technical term, the Faerie, yes. As far as to what's in the case, it is something that Mr. Stone wants, something that I've had for a while. More than that, I do not wish to say, and I would ask that you trust my decision in this matter.
Respect that.
What information can you give us about this group? Numbers, anything strategically of value?
Well, when we encountered them, I don't know what their numbers are now. This has been couple of decades or so since their disappearance. They may have recruited additional members, but as far as the Feyre and their numbers, which would be the most formidable of their group, there were probably less than a dozen left after our pursuit. Whether or not they've been able to sire any more in that time frame, I do not know. Are you familiar with the Feyre or what they are?
After he says that, I'm gonna reach out and just put my hand on Curtis' shoulder.
Intimately.
Just give it a little
Well.
squeeze so he knows that that I'm there.
I'm sure if Baron here is familiar with them, I'll allow him to fill you on the details of with them. But quick description: they are an amalgamation between high elven blood and the demons of the abyss. Much similar to, well, some of them, as the generations go, become more akin to like a tiefling for humans. Hints of demonic blood and mixed in with the elven, but the first generation, or direct sires from the demonic side, can be much more formidable. I believe like the four-armed individual you encountered during your time in the forest. I do not believe that there were more than a dozen of those left. But they did have others in their numbers that still have some demonic blood in them. How many of them are left, I can't say anymore, but we inflicted heavy losses on them.
Uh, what was your inciting action to go against them?
They were killing and pillaging near the area of Cormanther at the time frame. Like I said, we were an adventuring group ourselves and took up the call and pursued them for the better part of 2 years. He takes like the side of his shirt and just like pulls it down. You can see that there's this scarred area that looks like it was once a burn. Say, still have marks from my encounters with them, but I made it out. Some of my other companions or friends did not.
I know you said past dealings be gone. Take this as like someone offering us a quest, but I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna accept this as a friend.
I appreciate that.
I mean,
I have
if
to
everybody else
insist on
wants to
asking
come, they can
payment.
too. But I'm going.
I have to insist on payment. Partially, his mood will shift a little bit as he starts thinking. He said, partially because I am. It leads to another matter I wanted to discuss with you that is not as important necessarily, I guess, to me, but it could be to you. I intend to follow through on the plan for turning the inn into something that would rival the Eastwatch. This would mean some major changes in the design in the building, but it would also mean that I would not be able to offer a building on the property for your group, because I would have to expand in order to accommodate the number of guests that I would like to see come in. I do have another property, somewhat recently acquired, that may suit your needs, that I believe would be potentially appropriate payment for the services that I'm asking you to render. And if you would like, I would be happy to show it to you so you can decide. And he'll look back at you, Rowan. I appreciate your offer to do this as a friend as well. That means a great deal to me. I do respect you as an adventuring group, though, and I it would mean a great deal to me if you would accept the payment.
I'm down.
Sure.
Sounds good.
He'll look towards you, Baron.
What is this stones connection?
So you mean the portals? Or
Mr. Stone, I believe.
oh,
he's
Mr. Stone, his connection to me?
Them.
Them? Well, I don't know if he necessarily has a connection to them precisely. He is a person that knows a great deal about what happens in and around Shadowdale. And if he has heard stories of other things happening in that vicinity, then, or if there have been happenings like this in the vicinity, they would undoubtedly have reached his ears as well. But I cannot say with 100% certainty that he does or does not have any dealings with them. If it benefited him, he may. He is he lacks scruples, we'll say. But he would also not sacrifice his position or power if something did not benefit him. And I don't know that he would necessarily deal with this group in that instance specifically, but
Okay.
he should know where to look. And it would do... Well, I won't say it will set me at ease or at rest, but knowing that they were gone and dealt with would bring me a measure of solace.
Go see place.
If you wish to, I'm happy to take you there now. It's probably about a half-hour walk from here.
Sure.
Very well. He'll look towards you, Baron. Are you good? Or well enough?
Yes.
Very well. If you wish to follow me, and he will stand and say there are a few other pieces regarding this case that I would like to talk about before you guys leave, but we can discuss on the way if you'd like. And he will hold it out for someone to take.
Rith
Ah.
reach his hand out.
Well, he will hand it to you.
I'm going to stand up, walk over, and just hug him.
Kind of stands there for a second. Puts his arms around you. Thank you. As you guys start to walk out, he'll look. You've had dealings, he said then.
You were avenging my people.
I'm sorry. Not sorry that we were doing it, but sorry that we had to do that. Perhaps you can finish the job.
Thank you.
He will start to walk.
I'll put the wooden box in my bag of holding.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So,
Do I implode?
Nope. Do you look at it at all, or
Nope.
just sticking it in? Okay.
Nope.
Lilith, with your passive, I'll say that you notice as he slides when he put it out and he slides it across, as it kind of moves past with some of the light that's here, there's a ray of light that kind of flashes over the top of the wooden case, and it looks like there's a design on the top. And as it passes through, it's like it sparkles just a little bit. And you don't know precisely what it is, but given that you're capable of using magic, you do notice that they are runes of some sort that are engraved into the box. So you'd have to look at it if you wanted to know much more about it, but they do shimmer as they pass by the sunlight, so you get the idea that there's some kind of effect on the box potentially. But no, when you put it in your bag, it does not create a black hole. Just slides in.
All right.
Probably weighs maybe like 5 pounds. Not very much.
Okay.
So he'll start to walk. And give you guys a couple of other pieces of information. He'll say, last part is when you arrive at the Basilisk, my recommendation would be to take care of whatever business you have with Mr. Stone and get your agreement for whatever information you need from him. And then once that agreement is in place, present my offer. If you present multiple items, the price of his information could increase if he so sees fit. But I would present my offer after he has agreed to yours and ensure that only he handles the case. Just as a word of warning. The Basilisk is an unsavory place. So, tread lightly.
So, not mention you at all until we done with our business.
Yes,
Got it. Look
I
at
believe that would be in your best interest. So. All right. So he will lead you east out of the city. You guys travel for about 15 minutes out of the city, and he brings you and stops you. Kovac, Rowan, Kalnoran, you all recognize the place.
I feel like it's a certain wizard's tower.
It is indeed a tower. And he stops and
It's going to require some cleaning.
say, well, I know that your previous dealings here were a bit less than savory, but I heard of a certain missing persons report and may have directed a certain lady to contact the guard. And I actually forgot that this place was out here and had been abandoned for a period of time, but I purchased it less than a 10-day ago and took the liberty of having it cleaned and mildly furnished. And if you choose to accept the place, you're welcome to keep the furnishings. I would also refund to you, well, as part of the refund of the 2 additional months that you had rented the inn. The remainder of that gold would be able to use to purchase any additional furnishings that you may want to acquire. There's about 300 gold left after the basic furnishings I have put in place here, but
Now, this isn't gonna look bad on us, like, hey, there's a person that may have been killed here, and then we move in, like, right after that.
I purchased it through legal methods, so I went through the appropriate processes.
All right.
And I've checked with Constable Pell beforehand to ensure that their investigation that they needed to conduct was finished. But he will bring you in and brings you into the ground level, which looks very similar as before, except cobwebs, dust, and everything else has been cleared away. As you guys start to kind of walk in, you do notice you guys were kind of focused last time on the job and investigating the disappearance. There are actually a couple of buildings out back as well that were just not necessarily part of your original business here, so they were there, but you didn't really pay attention to them a whole lot. But he leads you in. the entry area is there that is fairly wide open. You see the stairs to your right, and there is a door. Opens it up for you. It has been modified to be basically a kitchen area there in the back. He leads you up to. Let's see here. So, put everybody up to 20. Should put
Nope,
you guys
this
on
is too much of a hassle.
second level. Okay, so brings you up to the second level, which has a table in the middle. It has the ability to seat up to 8 people, and then there are a couple of doors that lead off from there that are small bedrooms with beds that are already in there, a wardrobe, like a chest with drawers in it, wardrobe chest, as well as a small table that's behind each of the beds, and then can lead you up to the third level. I haven't put the stairs in yet.
Catch me.
Yep. Gotcha. I got you. Brings you up to the third level, which he shows you has 2 additional bedrooms, and then the area that you walk into, and then there's also another door there in the middle that leads to another room that is unfurnished. There is also a cellar that is unfurnished at the moment, but wide open, so it doesn't have any additional walls or anything back there. And the outhouse in the back that has a separate entrance office off to the side that has some shelves in it, and then also basically kind of a sitting area that looks like it could potentially work as a servant's quarters if you wanted. He does have a bed in one of the rooms there, and then it just has a separate empty room. And then there's a separate area off to the side that looks like it is designed to be a stables that has a separate kind of, well, think of it as a garage for like a cart or something. Very basic doors outside, but it's not fully enclosed in any way, shape, or form, but it just looks like it would have a spot where you could fit like a cart or something like that. So, and like I said, basic bedrooms that he has outfitted in there, and then the additional rooms that can be basically furnished to your likings as you wanted. So, but he'll lead you through everything, and then bring you down to the base level. I'm not gonna do everybody; it's too much work. Although you guys can adjust your own level.
Just right click and change your yeah.
Just do 10, 20, 30. If you want to see the cellar, you can go to 0. But like I said, it's basically just a blank area. So I didn't hit enter. There we go. Cool. So he'll bring you back down and say, well, you don't have to make a decision as of right now. If this one isn't necessarily to your liking, I do have some other properties in town that might work as well until you wish to find your own place. But the offer stands. You can take your time if you'd like.
I'm content.
This is amazing.
I think this would work well.
Very well. If you guys are in agreement, when you come back, I can have the papers drafted over to transfer ownership to the Outlanders. But before you leave, if there's anything you wish to discuss with me, feel free. I've decided to take a couple of days away from the winery, but just to make myself available should you need anything. So,
Would you be objective for? We've hired Ilga to cook for us and clean and such. Would you be objective to her going ahead and moving our foodstuffs that we've bought so far and everything and her items over here while we're gone?
no, I can certainly arrange for someone to move her belongings whenever she's ready to.
Okay.
So that's more than fine. If there's anything that you need, though, in the meantime, either before you leave or after you return, I will be around.
Appreciate it.
We appreciate everything you do for us.
Well, I'm grateful that you're willing to take this job. I would only tell you just to exercise caution when pursuing them. They are devious. But if you think it might be helpful, I may have an item or two left over from my previous encounters with them. If it might help with, if any of you have the ability to track things magically, could be of use.
Take any help offered.
Very well. I will. I'll find it and have it delivered to you.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
We'll let you know when we begin to head out.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And if I find any other information, I'll gather what I can and send it over to you.
Are you going to be spending your time off at your estate?
Yes, I'll be at home. So if you need anything, like I said, feel free to stop by.
Yeah, I think that sounds good.
Yeah.
And Baron, I know that many times, for people that have dealt with them, like we have, talking about it is not always helpful, but when you return, I would love to hear of your people. If you're willing.
Sure.
Well, enough of
I have a question, actually. Sorry.
yes.
So I mean, you know that, like, I'm also looking for information from him. And you're sending that case with us to gather information, to pay for information for you. What I mean, I guess it depends on the information, but do you have any idea of what it might cost for the information that I need to gather from him? I know it's hard to
Well,
say, but like,
yeah, I'm
I'm just kind of
to
looking for
be
a general idea going in to know what I might have to offer.
sometimes he may just request monetary compensation. Sometimes he requests favors, or he may request for you to perform a task for him.
Does
Those are-
he have favorite wine or drink?
Um, there are a couple of vintages that well, last I knew that he enjoyed.
Might help with getting into him to talk.
If you're interested in, well, as far as entering the basilisk, I'll. If we want to discuss that, I would prefer to do that back at my residence.
That's fine.
It's just best to make sure there's no prying eyes or ears, physical or otherwise. If you wish to accompany me back, I can give you a little bit more information.
Yes.
So he will walk back with you then. So. All right. He will. You guys get to his
Kelnoran,
residence
are you
again.
happy this place is even further outside the city?
Sure.
Pats on back.
Yeah.
So he will lead you back to his house. Once you get inside, he'll just we could talk in my study again. As soon as everybody gets in there, he'll. So sorry, I just had this area warded to protect. So best to have a safe place where you can discuss things. And so the basilisk, if you're wishing to gain entry, not sure if many of you've had any kind of dealings with underground organizations in the past, but they generally wish for some kind of entry fee. If you wish to, I would suggest something in the neighborhood of 75 to 100 gold, which should be sufficient to get you in. And the basilisk itself, or the building that you'll enter, is not the true tavern itself, but just be cautious in there. He always has individuals that are guards, essentially. Some that are rather formidable, but just come bearing a gift in mind and indicate that you're there to see Mr. Stone and present your gift, and you should be granted access. The actual establishment is elsewhere, but they will grant you access from there. And when you get into the actual basilisk itself, make your way straight to him. if you wish to provide him with a bottle of wine or mead, you certainly can. May indeed improve his disposition towards you, if nothing else. And if he's happy, perhaps the price he asks might be less. But just, I would avoid talking to anyone else. But
Noted.
uh,
Purchase the wine from you.
I might have a bottle he would be interested in.
This might sound like me being dumb, but the 75 to 100 would get all of us in, or like one person
Yes.
in?
No, it should get the group of you in.
Okay.
And the individual you're looking for is, well, he's a half drow gentleman, very short hair. Last I knew, he was actually sporting a beard somehow, but very neat trimmed beard. And should be the only one there, sitting at his table near the back. So
Like in the bar part or whatever, or?
in the actual basilisk.
Oh, okay.
The first area you go into is a front, I guess would be the best word for it. So
That is Mr. Stone.
Mr. Stone is a half drow, yes. Last I knew, he, I believe, was sporting blue hair. He's a curious person.
Did Iglar? I know we sped up a little bit when we got back to this particular part of the conversation, but did Iglar and Rowan talk at all about his question since Rith interrupted?
Oh, yeah. He just basically told you like the three options. Says those are, as far as what he might ask you to do, it's dependent upon what his needs are at that time frame. But more than likely, he'll either ask for some sort of monetary compensation or probably ask you to perform a task for him. If it's something you have a moral obligation to, he may be willing to substitute if you have something else you're willing to offer. But I would encourage you to limit negotiation. He can be a fickle person sometimes. But as far as the piece of information I'm looking for, if you present this to him, he should have no qualms.
Okay.
Anything else I can answer for you right now? Otherwise, like I said, I have some. I'm sure I have some journals and such from when we were pursuing the Damon Fae that I can gather some information from and send over to you.
That would be good.
All right.
Is there anything you know about Mr. Stone that might curry his favor? Say, is he a vain person? Is he a? You did say he was fickle, so any of his likes, dislikes that we might, any subjects we should avoid. So such, in the discussions.
I would, if you're asking for any kind of information, I would ensure that you are prepared to take the information down immediately. He is not. He's not. He's pretty fickle, not necessarily patient. So he does not like to have his time occupied. But being respectful as far as addressing him by Mr. Stone or addressing him in a respectful manner is always beneficial, and being direct and to the point would be my recommendation.
Okay.
So, as far as topics to avoid, I would not ask if he asks you to do something. He is unlikely to explain why. If you wish to ask, you certainly may. I would just be respectful when doing so.
Okay.
Huh. Anything else I can answer for you right now?
I think that's it for me.
Very well. Well, again, I thank you for listening to my request and accepting. Wish you more luck than I was able to have.
Appreciate it.
We'll take our leave.
Very well.
Lilith will kind of hang back just a little.
Okay.
And once the rest of the party walks out, she'll catch Iglar and just kind of tell him, I understand the need for vengeance and justice for friends and family.
I prefer to think of it as justice. I'm not sure if that's what's driven me, or kept it as fresh as has been in my mind, but I like to think of it as justice. Certainly what they deserve. But thank you. It's hard to express.
I understand.
And even harder for others to understand.
So she'll reach out to shake his hand, and as she does, she'll pull one of the teeth out of her pouch.
Okay.
He'll take your hand.
Iglar's gonna get creeped out now.
And he sees, he'll watch you kind of pull the tooth from the bag and put it in your hand as you shake, and he holds his hand out for just a second, as you're going to shake his hand. It's like expecting you to put the whatever,
Yeah, she'll take the tooth and put it in his hand and
Okay.
shake his hand.
and he takes it out of his hand and then he offers it to you. Do I need to ask?
Justice
Okay,
for my family.
I understand.
I only share it with true friends.
What the hell? Why don't we have teeth?
That's why she waited.
And he holds in his hands. Well, I'm honored then. Thank you. Good luck.
She'll give a slight bow and catch up with everybody.
All right.
So that was unexpected.
Yep.
It's a very nice place.
I'm just keeping an eye on Kerr the whole way back.
Okay.
Very distant. He's not there right now.
Like if he
You
stops,
don't have to roll an insight check. Like he's not hiding it. So
if he stops walking, I just give him a little push to nudge him forward.
there are time frames you have to kind of like move him because like you can see he's just walking straight towards a person.
I'm just like, excuse
Because
us.
I'm assuming he's just kind of zoned out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like moving him over, and then I'm like, excuse us.
I would presume that Rowan's seen Kelnorn like this before, or similar-ish. Maybe not exactly like this, but
Yeah, at the second gate when he was beating the crap
That's-
out of the dead thing or whatever he was
that's
doing.
true. I mean, that was that was.
I mean, that was more rage, but I mean, same.
Yeah. He did beat the crap out of it. So sorry, Lilith said it's a very nice place.
That's really kind of what she's going to do the whole way back, is just kind of try to fill the air with useless talk.
Okay.
Because she also knows that Kelnorn is having a rough time right now.
Okay. Does anybody else have anything they want to say while you guys are on the way back?
Anybody have an idea where we want to get a stable boy from?
I was thinking the same thing.
Well, we can
Because I'm not walking my ass half hour into town every day.
we can ask. I don't know if either have experience with horses or not, but Shelby had another friend. I mean, we could at least ask, I guess. If she doesn't, then we don't
Yeah.
have to.
Let's see. What
And I
was her
think-
name?
I'm pretty. It's
Um,
Nija or Niha,
Yeah,
or
Nija.
but
She's a cook,
no,
but she might have experience.
right. But she, anyway, the two know each other. I'm pretty sure because I thought Ilga mentioned her one time before. So I mean, at least it would be if, like I said, if either one of them have any experience with it, just an option. Then maybe they wouldn't.
Sounds good.
Maybe they wouldn't mind if they both like shared the little servants' quarters out there, kind of have like
Yeah,
a
'cause
house
it
to
was
themselves or
Fairly
whatever.
big. And since they already know each other, that would make it a little bit more comfortable for them.
But it would be, I think it would come down to if either of them know what they're doing
No
with.
horses.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can ask Ilga when we get back.
But yeah, we definitely probably need someone for that. I agree. We've got the stables, we've got the room. We might as well put our horses there.
I guess I'll have to buy one at some point.
How many do we? I thought we had 4. Do we only have 3? How many do we have?
We have 4 because
I usually,
Um,
yeah, we have
we had
4.
one pole of the wagon.
And sometimes
I
Kerr
just usually
and
ride with someone.
yeah. Okay, so we
Or
have 4.
ride
Yeah. So we probably.
Lauren.
Yeah, that's true. I think you're the only one that didn't buy one.
Mm-hmm.
Need to buy Lilith's size one.
She's getting a pony. I mean, I guess if nothing else, we could probably ask at the stables maybe if they would know someone. I mean, it sucks to take their business away and ask them if they know someone that could take care of these horses for us, but
I'm sure they would understand.
yeah, just
Could talk to Iglar about deal when his inn is up to drop horses there when we come into town for reduced fee. Or take horses through town. I'm assuming people have their horses through the town.
You have seen people on horses go through town, yes.
Yeah, because are there places to tie them up in town next to some of the buildings?
Yeah, you haven't noticed any kind of restrictions.
Okay.
I mean, there aren't people that bring things like wagons to the town necessarily. It looks like a lot of that. I mean, there are roads where it looks like you have seen some wagons, but they tend to be. They've always had merchant symbols on them, but a lot of those tend to have places outside too. So.
Okay.
when we get close to the end, I'm just gonna be like, "Hey, buddy, I saw this cool thing over here. You should see." I'm just gonna like lead Kalnorn towards the woods.
All right.
Don't fight it.
I'll keep heading towards the end.
Okay. All right. Anything else you guys are doing when you get back?
Hey, Yoga.
She comes out from back. Yeah.
Hey, we've got a question for you.
Okay.
Do you know anything about horses?
A, a little bit. I mean, I haven't really done a whole lot with them in the past. Why?
Well, we may be doing a job that may get us our own place.
She's kind of like looks around here.
This is a temporary spot.
Oh,
This would be our permanent residence.
okay.
And there's a whole separated servants' quarters that we would, you would be able to have your own basic place, but it has a stables for our horses. So we wanted to ask if you knew enough about horses to where you would feel confident in caring for them if we didn't
Um.
need them
Well,
at
I
the
mean, I guess if you're with the, I guess with the jobs that you've already asked me to perform, I don't know if I would have the time to do all of that. Um.
We
So I mean,
would, at that point, be looking to get someone else also to help you.
okay.
Are you friends with? I know we know you're friends with Shelby. Are you friends with Nisha
Uh.
also?
n- Niha?
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I know Niha. She's she's pretty she's done a lot of stuff. I mean, if you're looking to hire her, she could probably do just about anything you wanted her to.
Do you get along with her well? I guess.
Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, uh she was with us when um Baron asked us to take Shelby out, or
Oh,
so yeah, she was there.
okay. Well, maybe we could hire her also. That way, if you've got something you need to do, and she can step in, and you guys
Yeah.
can kind of switch off.
I mean, that would be fine. I mean, like I said, she knows a fair amount about a lot of different stuff. So I believe she apprenticed at a stable hand at one point, just because she likes to take on new challenges a lot. So, but she's also quite proficient with money and stewardship and a lot of different stuff. She's yeah. I could not recommend her more. I guess I mean, she would be great. Sure,
Fantastic.
two of us
So
could
we'll
take
have
care of
to
it. Where
talk
is
with
this
her.
place?
Uh, I believe it's out the actual West Gate or East Gate.
Oh,
East.
okay,
The
yeah,
actual East Gate. Yeah,
okay.
that's what I meant.
I was gonna say that. I mean, there. Don't know if there is a West Gate. I think that's
No,
the Citadel.
it'd be kind of weird. I mean, because there's the East Watch at the north end, so you never know. They could call that the West Gate. I don't know. That's always confused me since I've been here.
Yeah, I can understand that. No, yeah, okay. Out east of the city. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I can talk to her and see what she thinks, but
Yeah, see if she's available, and of course it would be, but when we get back, of course, we may be gone for a bit. Um,
okay. Yeah, that's fine. I can. Yeah, I will. I'll talk to her and see what she has going on right now.
okay.
Did you have a potential offer that you want me to put on the, like, tell her? As far as, I guess, monetary compensation.
I don't know yet.
Okay. Well, that's fine.
Um,
I just
when
was curious that way, in case if she has anything else that she's doing right now, that way I can, I can certainly let her know that you guys take good care of me. But all right. that's fine.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So you said you're leaving soon?
Uh, Most likely yes.
Okay. Well, I've been, like I said, preparing some rations, so I can keep working on that, and you guys can have some. Should have plenty ready by the time
That's
you
great.
leave.
We appreciate you.
Well, I mean, it's what you pay me to do, so. All right. Anything else?
Not that I know of.
Okay. Well, I'll go back to prepping then.
Okay.
All right. She will walk out.
Sounds promising.
Okay. Anything you're doing in the meantime, Rowan? Or are you just distracting?
Oh no, I was taking him out there with a purpose.
Okay, go for it.
I was gonna kill it. No, I'm just kidding.
Full Yeller style. Oh man.
Look at the pretty flowers. Oh, I'll like walk him out until I find like a stump or something, and I'll just be like, "Sit."
He's a
Riley
cow,
shapes
not
into
a dog.
I sit.
All right, talk.
Thank you.
No, that would be speak.
About what?
Whatever's in your head.
Uh, Um, Scared, conflicted. I'm not sure I have the ability to do what I should do. I had to wait for one to die before I went crazy to kill it. Right?
Okay. But you know what? If you don't have the ability to kill it, you know who does? Rith does. Kovac does. Lilith does. I probably do. But I think you also sell yourself short a lot of times.
Not on this. I couldn't face him before. I ran.
So did I. Not from them, but I mean, same situation. But you know, those names that I just named are a lot of the reason why I'm not as scared this time. Like, I trust that I've got people that have my back and that will help me. That's including you.
Okay.
And the way that I just think you should also put your trust in us to be there with you and to come out ahead.
I trust you. Starting to trust Riff and Kovac.
Well, how about this? You trust me. I trust them. It's just like a big happy circle.
I think that's more of a line.
Okay. It's all perception, really. Because, a circle is just a line that never ends.
Yes. Well, I don't know how I'm supposed to respond to that.
I don't really know either. I'm just trying to say things that might help. I'm not the best at this kind of stuff, but we're friends, and that's what friends do. We are friends, right?
Yep.
All right, just
Yeah.
checking. You've been a little weird the last couple of days. Been like side-eyeing me every now and then or something, and wait, I have a question. Serious question.
Okay.
Are you okay with things that I've done? Like the whole Raven Queen thing.
I'm concerned, but I think you have what you need to get what you need.
Yes?
You have my trust. I'm just always concerned.
Somebody has to be, right? We can't all be, Rith. I don't think he's concerned about anything. I think he just knows he's always going to win a fight.
I'm sure he has concerns.
Everybody probably does. That's just me being bad at this again, I'm just. I don't like this. I want Kerr from yesterday back.
I want a drink. You need one. I can't. That is where I want to be. But it is preferable to be here with you struggling to help.
I'm glad you said that, because I was about to just go get you a drink, but I'm kidding. I'm not. I wasn't.
You're my family, and I wouldn't want it any other.
I feel the same.
I just time. Oh, I need a little time.
I understand. Do do I need to lead you back, or
No, I'll I'll follow.
okay? I don't want him to get too worried.
Like I'll I'll follow you.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying that's why we should head back. I don't want them. And then I'll just come on. We'll head back to the inn.
All right. You guys head back to the inn. Anybody else doing anything for the day?
I think that's it for me for that day.
Okay.
Shout.
Kovacha Rith? Anything for the pair of you? No? All right. All right. So Ilga will continue preparing rashes for you guys, and then at some point she steps out for the evening after you guys have dinner prepared, and she gets things cleaned up and says she's going to head out for the evening, and then she'll be back later. So,
Have fun.
thanks. She will leave, and rest of your day pass by uneventfully. No more individuals coming by, talk to you. No further messengers or no packages dropped off or anything like that. So,
How's it gonna be the day of messengers if there's no more?
well, you got some, you know. So wake up the next day, and it's a bit colder actually today. I mean, you feel like the weather just kind of took a cold chill, cold waves just kind of washed through. Wake up this morning and yeah, Rowan doesn't care.
Feels nice.
Yep. But yeah, a little cold front passing through the town. It's probably high when you guys wake up in the morning, it's probably low 40s or so. So it's significant cooler this morning. But
Lilith is definitely sleeping in then.
if anybody chooses to, you guys do have your own, fireplace kind of in some of the areas here that you guys can light. But I'll leave that up to individuals if they wish to do that. But it is anything anybody is doing on this day.
I'm going to nearby, but outside, start attempting to craft a new fire spell
Okay.
using the pine cones.
Okay. When do you want to start doing that in the day?
Pretty much as soon as I wake up.
Okay. All right. As you're experimenting with this, do you have like a basis, I guess, that you're basing this off of?
Well, I have a bunch of fire spells on my list,
Mm-hmm.
so I figure I would pull from the commonality that I have for each one of them, and start to apply, making it something that I can turn into like a grenade using the pine cone.
Okay. Trying to create like an area of effect spell.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. So using your knowledge that you have, give you the option. What would you like to roll to see how well you do? What would be your
Hmm.
which of your skills are you trying to use to help yourself along?
Persuasion. I
Persuasion.
tend to uh, whisper the other effects of my spells into existence. So I'm
Okay.
trying to talk this into existence.
All right. All right. So you're using your existing knowledge, some of the existing spells that you have. Yeah, you can go ahead and roll a persuasion check. I'll give you advantage on it since you're using something that you're familiar with.
Well, thank you.
See how well you start out. 12. Okay,
12.
good. All right, so you spend you spend some time trying to use, like, which ones do you think you're trying to use here from there? 'Cause I know you have a ton of spells
I
here.
do have a bunch of spells.
You have continual flame, flaming sphere.
Yep. Flaming weapon.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. Probably flaming weapon or uh, what is it? Fire arrows.
Fire arrows. Okay. Okay.
Probably be the ones I'd be trying first, I guess.
Okay. So flaming weapon and
Trying to find it.
because I know you have flame blade, right?
Yeah, flame arrows and flame blade. Yeah, the weapony of them. So those would be the ones I'd start with.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay. Um, I will let you use Conjure Barrage too. Kind of a, since that has kind of an area of effect as well. All right. So we'll say you use the flame arrows and flaming blade, Conjure Barrage. Just trying to give yourself an idea of how to craft this. Say through the day you use up like 2 of your third level spells, just using the energy that you have from that, and 2 of your second levels.
Okay.
But you do feel like you're, yeah, you have a better basis for what you're attempting to use. So, yeah, you get a pine cone to light on fire at one point, like from, it doesn't explode necessarily, but you're getting it to either combust. But I mean, it does, since the way pine cones are, like, as if they light on fire, the seeds kind of shoot out a little bit anyhow. So it does that kind of naturally, but not the effect you're really
Right.
looking for. But yeah, you make some progress. You think you have a better idea in your mind of what you're kind of looking for. So
Awesome.
else you can spend you get through your morning before you kind of just exhausted a lot, like some of the resources you have at your disposal. So, but
Okay.
Cool.
Cool.
Anybody else?
Yeah, for my morning, I guess I probably would have been working on it yesterday too, just for the morning. But I'm gonna take the practice maul and just kind of work on trying to position it when I go to hit something, so that I can come around a little bit faster to hit.
Okay, so working it, not necessarily throwing everything into a single strike.
Yeah.
Okay. Using some of your lessons in your training to modify your fighting style a little bit.
Yeah.
Cool. Anybody else?
I'm gonna work on the emblem.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know that I'm gonna do anything in the morning.
Okay. All right. So, all right. So, sometime around lunch or so, Kelnorn, you're wrapping up with a lot of your experimentation, having spent 6-7 hours on it at this point. As you're coming back into the inn, you'll see Shelby actually walking towards the inn. She's dressed in her clothes, not wearing a guard's outfit or anything at this point.
Wave.
Oh, afternoon, Baron. Got cold out.
Just a little bit.
What are you doing out?
Venting frustrations by trying to make things explode.
Like,
Mostly pine cones.
oh, I didn't try to make pine cones explode or anything like that, but oddly enough, I can relate. Uh, how's Ilga doing?
Great.
She fitting in well? I mean, is everything going?
I mean, I've had my usual conversation style with her, so doing amazing.
Good. I just was kind of curious, see how I wanted to stop by and just check in, see how she's doing. I mean, we had a night out not too long ago, but I've been keeping myself kind of busy, so it's been a few days since I've seen her. But
I understand busy work.
some training. Just I've been spending a little bit more time at the Citadel. Been trying
Been
to
fighting me cat.
I haven't been fighting any cats, no. Just training dummies. No, I've been working on trying to just refine some of my skills, but I did want to come by because you guys had offered some help, right?
It still stands.
Well, good. I mean, I mean, like I told you, I could really I could use some help with I guess camping and foraging, things like that. I'm not really. She kind of points back towards the city. She's like, I kind of grew up here. Not really a whole lot of need to go like forage your own food and stuff, and or camp in the woods, you know.
Right.
But no, I could use some help with that, and I know you had offered to show me some other stuff potentially.
Yeah.
Some things that you do. Not right now, but I think I'd be interested.
Good. Well, you might be leaving in a couple days, but when we get back, you want to go camping?
Sure. Yeah. That's fine. Like I said, I've been spending more time at the Citadel anyhow, so I feel like I've been making some progress. Kind of since they put me at the desk, I haven't really always been keeping up on my training as much. So it's been good. Been a little bit sore lately. Kind of forgot how. Been a little bit kind of lazy with the physical training too. So, but yeah, no, that'd be good. I'd appreciate that.
Sure. I'm definitely the guy for that one.
Yeah. I mean, there's no really good way to bring it up, but like, why why are you why are you guys considering helping her? I mean, is it possible for them to be like controlled or anything like that?
Yeah. Uh, they can be summoned like anything else, and a summoned creature is under the summoner's control. Uh, I don't believe that she's wanting to truly turn towards righteousness. But if it were to be true, that would be a powerful addition for the side of good. I just don't see it being true. I
Do you
think I
think
have.
she's lying
Oh,
or like a
definitely.
trap?
It's what her kind does.
And if
But
she is, then
lying,
yeah.
well, then I'll kill her.
Okay. You know, I kind of feel it, I know she's not necessarily like us. I asked some questions, and they said she's like a fiend, or the holy people like to tell us that they don't have souls or something. Um, I don't really know much about them, to be honest, but
It's complicated.
is it bad that I'm kind of hoping that she's lying? That you
No,
kill her?
no,
Because
it is not.
the whole thing just kind of makes me angry, and you know, I don't really know what to think about it now because there was a while there that I was just thinking I didn't want to think about her anymore, and that I didn't like when you guys told me I didn't. I wished I had known, but now that I know, I want to know.
It's understandable.
And maybe I was just, I don't know, avoiding it, deluding myself. I don't know. Maybe I wasn't moving past it, but I'm not really sure. I'm kind of stuck between angry and scared.
Well, that's part of the way to getting past it. It's a step.
Okay. Um. Well, thanks. For the offer and um, just you can come by the post office and see me when you get back, I guess.
Sure. It takes a lot of strength to move past it, to keep yourself going, to not let it define you.
Yeah. I've been kind of hiding in the training, to be honest with you. Like just letting it be like a focus, I guess. Is something I can take out the anger on.
Is it working?
A little bit, but then there's like more, I guess. The next day, so maybe a little.
Perhaps you need to go to the pit. I'm sure Riz will happily join you there.
Maybe.
He'd be the person I would go to if I were trying to harness that.
Well, I'll think about it. Maybe I'll just. I haven't ever been there myself. Maybe I'll just go there and observe, I guess. See what it's all about. But well, I appreciate you listening to me either way.
It's what I'm here for.
Thanks. All right. Well, I'm gonna go. I gotta go get something to eat anyhow. But thanks. I'll maybe I'll come by later tonight.
I hope to see you.
All right. Bye.
Bye. I'm going to go take my own advice now.
It was good advice. I think. Yeah, it's good.
Thank you. I'll head in.
All right.
Hello.
Hey. How's it going?
It goes.
I feel you.
I'm out of pine cones.
You had pine cones?
Yeah.
What did you do with the pine cones?
Oh, I'm trying to make a new spell.
You can do
Yeah.
that?
Someone came up with them at some point. So yes.
True. Yeah, I didn't think about that, you know?
Something to throw. Something to explode.
Nice.
I got one to light on fire. But
Sounds
to be
like-
honest, I can do that easily anyways, so
Oh.
progress because it wasn't the spell I was casting. So
But also progress because the pine cone didn't start out on fire.
you are correct. You're absolutely right.
My next question is, how did you not burn yourself?
Like I was careful.
Or did you like throw it and then it lit on fire? Or
No.
like you lit it on fire and then threw it?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Most of them just kind of disintegrated
Oh.
without any actual fire.
They maybe like smolder a little bit at least. I mean, smoke come off.
Just the one.
Hey, one's better than none. That's what
Absolutely.
I always say. I don't think I've ever actually said that. No.
I was trying. I couldn't remember any.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever actually said that.
You should start.
All right.
One's better than none.
From now on, I'm going to say it. I mean, like, I'm not going to say it right now because it would make sense to say it again.
Right.
So.
How's it going?
Good. Still, yeah. Just sitting here.
Yep. I'm gonna go into the kitchen now. I'm just gonna walk in that direction, but not actually go into the kitchen.
Okay.
We're both like, yeah, we're gonna go do something, and we both walk the same direction, and then it gets awkward, and
It's
we're
one
like,
of those conversations.
oh,
right. Are
you know, I'm
going
gonna
this
I'm
way?
gonna go this way then.
All right. Anything anybody else is doing for today? Okay. So, some point just before like dinner time, you guys will have another courier that stops by that delivers a notice. So you hear a knock on the door. Who would like to go get it?
I'll
I
answer.
got it.
Oh.
After you.
Again, you both try to go towards the door.
It's now it's one of those situations where two people try to walk through the doorway at the same time, and you don't fit.
Yep.
And
You kind of get smashed. I mean, he's a little bit bigger than you, so you kind of get
Yeah.
and then he pulls back and lets you go through. So there's a courier at the door. He says, a message from Master El Hazir, and he hands it to you.
thanks.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Wait, are you sure it's for me?
This is the Outlanders, correct?
Yep. You got it to the
Yes.
right people. Good job. I just thought we should make sure. I didn't want. Could have been the neighbor. Maybe you just delivered to the wrong door or something.
He was very specific in his instructions,
All right. Cool.
but I appreciate your diligence.
Yeah. Thanks.
Have a nice day.
You too. See you later. Bye.
Waves.
How awkward do you think that?
Scene.
How
I feel like we're
awkward do you
having
think that
scene
made
from,
him feel, Rith or Kerr?
We need to hire a PR person.
I feel like it was a scene from Robin Hood Men in Tights. Just keeps. Hi. Auf Wiedersehen. Just keeps
Ciao.
Uh,
I'm just gonna go ahead and start opening the letter as I'm walking back into the.
okay. And it is a very nice like envelope that it's in, and on the front it has gold embossed letters that says El Hizir's Exotica, purveyor of fine goods. And
I'll just be like opening it, guys. We got a thing from El Hazir.
Okay. So you open the letter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Explodes in my face. No, I'm just kidding.
With glitter everywhere.
Oh god, it was a glitter bomb.
Little did you know he's a prankster.
Watch out for the fart spray.
Coming next. Stinking cloud. Just boom. So, the letter, it's simple, but it says, Master Rith Small has been completed and may be retrieved at your earliest convenience during normal business hours. It has been my pleasure to complete your order. The hand crossbow Lady Lilith was informed about is in my possession as well. I will hold the item in reserve until Elent 27. On Elent 27, the item will be placed on the floor for sale. Regards, El Hazir, owner and master enchanter of El Hazir's Exotica.
Rith, your mall's done.
Yeah.
Lilith, something about a hand
Mhm.
crossbow. Said he'll hold it till the 27th for you.
I meant to tell you about that, Kelnoran, in case you were looking for something.
Hand crossbow.
Yeah.
What time is it?
It's past his hours of operation. Well, technically, no, it's not. I mean, it's probably about, it's right around dinner time, so 6 or 7.
It takes
Sorry.
off running.
I say it's only noon. What?
It was. You guys didn't do anything for the day, so time went forward.
I will head there.
Okay.
I won't even grab the axe. Am I right?
He runs to town.
All right, so you are out the door heading towards the front, towards El Hazir's. Okay, what were you saying, Lilith?
But yeah, Kelnorn, I didn't know if you would be. It's something you'd be interested in. So, El Hazir had told me that he had it. It's a very fine hand crossbow. It's a little bit more accurate than the normal. So I figured I'd let you know about it. It's not really my style, so.
I mean, I know how to use them. I don't think I've used any since my initial training.
They take a little getting used to, but I prefer my short bow, so.
I'll look at it. I can't promise anything past that. Thank you.
Not a problem.
All right, so Rith, you're heading to El Hazir's.
You betcha.
All right. let's see here. All right, so you head up there. It his open sign is still there, so you walk on in, and there is one of the people that you've seen behind the counter a few different times that you've come in. So they look up. Oh, good evening, sir. How may I assist you today?
Received letter that mall is done.
Okay. And your name?
Rith.
Very well. If you wish to wait here just a moment, I will retrieve your item. And you said it's a mall. Is that correct?
Correct.
Very well. And she will disappear, head off into the back. About 2 minutes later, you see El Hazir come walking out, holding the weapon in his hands. He says, and speaking in Draconic to you, Rith, good to see you. That was quite expedient.
What can I say? I am excited for this.
Well, I am excited for you, and it's been nice to work on. Well, he hands it to you. Says, it has been material has been transmuted into mithril, so it should be lighter to carry at least. And he hands it to you. You pick it up, and I mean, it does feel much lighter than what you're used to. It says, despite the decreased weight, you should not see any loss in the efficiency of the weapon, we'll say. In fact, the magical enchantment on it should allow it to hit a little harder, and if there's anything that is of a magical nature, should not have any problems hitting them as well. It's like I also had some leftover material that I thought might add a nice flair to the weapon. So we never do anything simple around here. Say I added some alchemical silver into the existing engravings that you had. Should just further accentuate the fine craftsmanship of the weapon and add a distinctive flair to it.
He'll examine it, look it around, nod his head. Nice. Feels good to have you back.
Well, I'm very glad that it is to your satisfaction. So, and there you go. It is in your inventory.
Cool.
Yes. And do you happen to know was Lady Lilith stopping by to examine the hand crossbow? I will continue to hold it for a few days at least, but
I don't have any idea on
okay, well,
the hand
that's fine.
crossbow.
I do hope that the weapon meets your satisfaction. It is a very fine piece.
Yes, I am very pleased with how it has turned out.
Excellent.
I appreciate that you were able to take my existing mall and create this fine piece of art.
Well, it was already like I said, a fine craftsmanship. Whomever crafted it should be congratulated. So,
Oh, thank you. I actually crafted this with one of my mentors myself. So,
oh, excellent. They must have been quite a great master to instruct you in such a way.
yes,
So.
they are.
Good. Well, if there's anything else you should need, my door is always open during standard business hours, of course. But if there's anything else you need, please stop by.
Will do.
It's been my pleasure. Enjoy. And,
I reach out to shake his hand.
oh, yeah, yes, of course. He sticks his hand out. Stay
Alright.
safe out there.
You as well. I look forward to continued business in the future.
Likewise. Anything else for anyone today?
Nope.
All right.
Nope.
So, next day comes up. Shelby does not stop by that evening, but next day comes to pass. What would you guys like to do?
I'm gonna practice with my new maul outside.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw in some radiant energy into it and some necrotic energy as I'm going on.
Okay. So, as you're swinging around or like just hitting certain things that you see, the alchemical silver does indeed, like when the magic flows through from you, it, how would you like to describe it?
Yeah, as I'm going through and I surge through with the radiant energy from Bahamut. The runes light up with a more of a like a glow, a holy yellow glow to it. And then as I hit something, and the runes themselves, or the not the runes, the etching, it surges it forward through it. And then when I do the necrotic side, it's more of a black mist kind of seeping off a little bit of it as it goes through and swirls around on the etching and then expends out on the other side.
Very cool. Very cool. But yes, the weapon itself, I mean, previously it was very well balanced from when you made it, and it has retained that balance, but it is like in your hand, still feels, you can feel the power in it when you swing it around or when you go to hit something. It's just, it's your ability to recover with your movements is greatly increased, like even especially with some of your additional training. You feel like you can still put everything you want into the strike, and it just doesn't feel like you have to do as much effort to recover. So the weapon is lighter than it was before, but does not seem to have lost any of its effectiveness. So all right.
Elnorn, would you like to go to El Hazir's shop and check out the hand crossbow?
Sure. I was going to see if anyone wanted to join me at Master Iglar's. I have a question I
Sure.
wanted to ask him.
We can go there too.
Anybody else?
I'll go.
Oh, let's go see this hand crossbow.
So we'll head to El Hazir's.
Okay.
I'm gonna go into town after them, but just not with them.
Okay. All right. Anything for Kovac?
Oh, he's just gonna hang out.
All right. So you guys head to El Hazir's after it opens, and Rith, you were accompanying them.
Yeah, I'll hang out though. I don't need to go in.
All right. So, pair of you head inside. You can see El Hazir there, just kind of looks like he's polishing something up on the counter there, as the rest of his assistants are getting the shop ready and presentable and rearranging things. And it's just, oh, good day. What brings you in?
Well, you sent the letter about the hand crossbow, and I thought, well, maybe Kelnorn would be interested. So I brought him with me.
Oh, very well. Yeah, I would be more than happy to show you the piece. Kind of pulls out a box, opens the lid, and just pulls out this hand crossbow that is made out of a white wood of some sort. It's polished, looks very smooth. And he just picks it up and hands it over to you. He says, yes, this came in not too long ago. It is a very well made hand crossbow, but even just by itself would be worth a fair amount. But does have a minor magical enchantment on it that just makes it slightly more accurate, and the bolts, although smaller, tend to hit with just a little bit more impact. Let's see here. 1 second. Say, it would be it would be a similar type of effect to the sling, I believe, that you purchased from me some time ago.
All right.
But yes, they would have roughly the same enchantment on them.
May I see it?
He's held it out for you, so it's
All right.
there. Yeah.
I will take it. How small does it feel in my ginormous hands?
It's a lot. I mean, when you pick it up, it feels like a toy, like a little squirt gun to a certain extent, just because it's a hand crossbow. So for people that are 2 or 3 feet shorter than you, it would be something that they could hold almost like a pistol. So for you, it would be like, like a little 22 that some women would pull out like their purse or something.
Oh,
So,
like a derringer.
yeah. Maybe a little bit bigger than that, but similar in effect. Mildly comical to you in a certain way. Like when you pick it up, you're like, you would almost
Pew,
feel like you're
pew.
gonna break it potentially, but it's very sturdy.
Do I know what by looking at what wood it's made out of? Since it's a
It looks like
I
it's
got-
made out of a white maple.
it is very nice. I think it's a little too small for me.
Well, it no offense, but generally when they make these, they don't generally think of individuals of your prestigious nature.
That's a very nice way of saying I'm big.
Well, people wish to be that big. Can be a blessing. I'm sure it can also be a burden at points, but it does look a bit comical.
How much
Still
is it?
effective.
Right.
The hand crossbow itself, if you were just looking to purchase it outright, is that one runs about 1,100 gold.
It's very nice, and I'll hand it back.
It is indeed.
Yeah. Someone will enjoy it. I'm sure.
If neither of you have an interest, or if no one in your party has an interest, I can place it on the floor then. But I wanted to give you the first opportunity.
We do appreciate that.
Very well.
I mean, maybe Rowan, or no, Rowan's got the whole thing. Maybe Kovac. I don't see him doing a whole lot of ranged attacking.
Hmm. I don't know.
Is
Oh.
there anything that you would like me to keep an eye out for you?
Ironwood.
Ironwood. Okay. That is a rare material, but I could certainly make some inquiries for you. Any specific size, amount, number of pieces?
I would like to someday have a little sturdier armor.
Oh, okay. So something you could. Okay. Yes, I can. I'll keep an ear out for it. Have some. Well, I have contacts I can inquire into.
There's
Oh,
no rush.
okay.
I
Well,
know how hard it is to come by.
it is a uncommon material, but I'll see what I can find out for you.
Thank you.
Oh, of course. He'll turn to you, Lilith, and say, I did hear back from one of my contacts, and the enchantment you were asking about has encountered a couple of roadblocks. The enchantments required, or the amount of magical energy and resources in order to accomplish it, is
Mm-hmm.
posing to be very, very difficult. I'm not sure if it would be available or if we would be able to refine the process at any time soon. I'm not sure if you're familiar with much in the way of enchantment or evocation magic.
No,
Well,
I'm not.
the closest spell that we would have to work with for the enchantment would be something along the lines of a flame arrows spell. And fortunately, that particular spell does produce a limited quantity, and the duration of that is also limited. So, placing such an effect on an item as a permanent would, with some kind of permanency, would be difficult. Perhaps placing it on an item where it had a limited time effect or a limited quantity of uses might be slightly easier to achieve, but still would take some time to produce.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
necessarily impossible, but it would be something like that may be possible. The ability to have the user choose a type of energy would be much more difficult.
Okay. I do
because-
like the fire arrow idea. Those have come in handy.
Well, that's something I can look into and see if there's anything that exists presently. I have not heard of anything. I mean, aside from just the standard arrows that have been enchanted, but
Yeah.
those
I
tend to
mean,
be a one-time use.
I can do that. I have a
Well,
spell that actually does that.
well, that is always an option as well.
I mean, if I could help make this thing, I will. I
Oh,
can.
Oh.
that could potentially be a possibility. Have you done any kind of enchanting before?
No, yesterday was my first foray into trying to write a spell as well. So
Oh, and how did that go?
I made a pine cone light on fire, which is one step towards my goal. And as
Interesting.
Rowan always says, one is better than none.
Yes, I would agree. That
He
is
said it for the first time yesterday.
okay. I will not. That's. I mean, his statement is still accurate. One is better than none. Good luck with that. Should you wish to bounce ideas off of anyone, I'm more than happy to lend an ear.
Okay. I might take you up on that. For now, I'm going to aim for 2 out of 3 because that ain't bad.
2 out of 3. 2 is better than 1, which is better than none.
Yep.
Anything. I can see. Yes. Well. Well, I will inquire to see if there is any kind of existing method for placing that enchantment on an item potentially. And Baron, if you're willing to assist, I may call on you.
Absolutely.
Very well. Anything else I can help you guys with today?
No, sir. Sir,
I don't think
thank
so.
you for letting me see it.
Yeah. We
Of
appreciate
course.
it.
Of course. Well, have a fine day and safe travels if you're heading out anytime soon.
I did have one question
Oh.
before we left
I'm going to walk
about
out.
Okay.
about the mission you had talked to us about.
Oh,
Um,
yes.
what do you know a time frame? We're about ready to head out for a different mission at the time right now,
Mhm.
and we of course want to be able to help you also. So
Well,
you have an idea.
not as of yet. I'm assuming it's probably still going to be maybe a month's time or
Okay.
so, at least. At least 2 10-day, maybe more. More than likely more. 2 10-day would probably be. That's an ambitious estimation, but um, a month would probably be more reasonable.
Okay. We just wanted to be available for you, so
No, of
I
course, I
didn't want to,
appreciate it.
be gone too long before we're
No,
able to help.
it's
Or if we
perfectly
weren't
fine.
going to be able to make it back, I wanted to let you know so that way you could get help.
Well, at this point, I'm working to make sure that the information that I have access to remains secure or is not becoming known. The longer that we can keep this a secret, then the less likely we are for someone else to happen across this. So,
Agreed.
but yes, by all means, feel free to take care of whatever you need to take care of.
Okay. Well, I will take my leave and thank you once again.
Have a fine day.
And then I'll leave and catch up with Baron.
And Ruth outside.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So yeah, Kelnor and you leave, and Rith is just standing outside, waiting for you guys.
I picture him like swinging his maul around in the street.
He'd
That's the
swing it.
picture I got in my head.
He might
No, probably not. I'd
he
just
might
be
be
hanging there.
admiring it potentially, but yeah, I don't think he's gonna be that reckless. Hopefully,
No, I'm not.
some little kid walking by gets a taste hammer,
Toink.
necrotic, bam.
Kill the divine!
All right, Rowan, you said you're heading into town.
Yeah, post office, first stop.
Okay. Very well. You head on in. You see Shelby behind the desk there. Looks up. Oh, hi, Rowan.
Hello.
Is there anything I can help you with today?
Yes. And it may be a weird request, maybe.
Sure, it's not the first one, but okay.
So, probably next day or two, I would assume. We're leaving town for a little bit.
Okay.
Would you be willing to keep an eye on Ilga? Not like in the sense of I don't trust her. In the sense of I don't think anyone's angry at us. But if there was a chance, you could protect her.
Okay. Well, I don't think that's a weird request.
And I'm not like saying stay there the entire time we're gone, just I don't know.
Sure. No, I understand. I can yeah, I can check up on her and I mean, I don't have anything necessarily pressing. I just been keeping busy with a few things. So, but I mean, they're nothing that can't either wait or I can't take care of at different times.
Like we've been trying to show her some things to kind of help protect herself, but
That's smart.
and like I said, I don't think we've made a ton of enemies, but like in our type of business, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I can understand that. Sure, I can check in on her.
I
And
appreciate.
you said you're probably leaving in like the next day or two, or
probably.
okay.
I don't know exactly when we will head out, but we may be gone for a little while.
Well, I mean, if when you're leaving, it takes you through the city. You can just either tell me here or leave a note for me here, or just I mean, if I'm not here, you can drop it at my house.
Yeah, I can do that just to let you know, because I don't want anything to happen to her.
No, yeah, no, I don't think that's not weird. I mean, I was expecting something a bit more awkward because now I'm kind of disappointed.
Oh, that happens a
I mean,
lot. It's
not in a bad
okay.
way.
I get that a lot.
I hear that happens to guys sometimes, but um, but no, it's not weird.
Ah, okay. Good.
It's sweet. It's sweet. I appreciate that you're thinking about her. She's a good woman.
Yeah, she's been doing great. Like, everything she's done for us is great. I just,
Yeah.
I hate that. I mean, I understand we pay her for this job, but I don't want her to feel like she works for us. I don't know. I want her to feel like she's part of us.
Well, she has not had anything but really good things to say, so
Okay, good.
I I think you're doing okay there.
All right, cool.
Has anyone ever told you that you worry a lot? Like a
No,
ridiculous amount sometimes.
no. Wait, do I?
Okay. Sometimes. Sometimes.
Oh,
It's not bad. It's okay. I mean, it's fine. Just think you're okay.
good deal. That's really all I had. I just kind of wanted to make sure she was taken care of.
Of course. I'll check in on her.
Thanks.
Anything else?
Nah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna head out and
Okay.
I'm gonna start to walk away, and then when I get just a little bit away, I'm gonna cast prestidigitation and make like her desk smell like roses or something.
Okay.
And then I'm just gone.
You hear her go as kind of sniff a little bit at the air. So, all right. Anything else for everybody?
Aguilar's.
Yeah,
Chris? Okay.
I was gonna head somewhere after this as well. Sorry, guys.
It's all right. So, Kelnoran, Lilith, Rith, you guys head to Arglar's residence. All right.
Yep.
So you show up.
We'll knock.
All right. About a minute or so passes, and then the door opens, and you see Iglar there, dressed in, for what you've ever seen him in, very casual garb. He's wearing just like a basic set of trousers, a shirt, and he has like a house coat on. Oh, good morning. Come on
Morning.
in. Come on in.
I won't be taking up a lot of your time, but you said if we had questions, we should come by and ask.
Yes, of course.
I never learned who was at the head of the group that took out my people. I was wondering if you knew the name of the person leading the ones you were after.
Well, we did not have the opportunity to encounter her ourselves, but she was a sorceress of significant power. She was her name was well, they referred to her as the Countess, but we ended up finding out that her name was Sarya. It's Sarya. She was the leader of an old elven house, I believe. I'm not familiar with the name, only heard rumors of it myself, but she was the leader that I was familiar with. She did have some that were close to her. Family, many of her family members were high ranking. So, but she was the leader. I've been
Sorry.
Yes, yeah. I've been working on compiling as many notes as I had on them. I should have them available soon for you.
Our downtime is pretty much coming to a close. Rith got the item we were waiting on.
Excellent.
So when you have what you need collated, we will be ready to leave.
Oh, I will have it ready for you this afternoon then.
Thank you.
Yes. I do have some other names that should be helpful. Whether or not they still go by them, I can't say, but they are an arrogant and prideful bunch, so I can't see them. I don't see them changing their names necessarily. So,
Well, they are partial elven descent. They don't like to change much.
you are correct. Yes. Well, I will. Yes, I will. I'll have this ready for you this afternoon.
Thank you.
Of course.
Would you like us to pick it up ourselves, or did you want to send it to us?
I have some trusted couriers that I could use.
Okay.
So, yeah, I can have it sent to you.
I will get out of your hair.
Oh, it's fine. Yes, I will get that over to you soon.
Right. Good day.
You as well.
I'll turn around and I reach between Lilith and Riz to like open the door. Kind of start scooting that way.
All right.
I'll follow him out. Once he awkwardly gets past us, just to make it as awkward as possible for him.
Nice. That's good.
To be honest, I can just do the Riker sit to get over you.
Yeah.
That's true.
Just-
It's very true. All right. Rowan, you said you wanted to go somewhere else?
Yo, going to Alzier's.
Yes, of course you are. All right. What would you like to do there?
I'm looking for El Hazir himself.
Okay. He's not up there when you get there, but they grab him for you, and he comes back out. Kind of gives you a kind of a cockeyed look for a moment.
I start doing this.
Guys, no, that's fine. Just some of your compatriots were here earlier.
Oh yeah.
How may I help you?
Do you have somewhere to talk less public?
Yeah, of course. I do have an office in the back. Are you just he looks around, he's like, yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
He'll lead you into the back. Well, can I help you with?
So, remember that mission you asked us about, or that quest you asked us about?
Yes.
We're getting ready to leave on one right now, and I just wanted you to know before we left. You know, so you didn't think like we were just deserting you and not gonna help you. And
Yeah, strangely enough, in your Patriot, Lady Lilith, when she stopped by with Rith, said the same thing.
of course
I,
she did.
Well, I mean, I appreciate the fact that you're being considerate. That's very thoughtful.
One part is I don't know how long we'll be gone.
It's also something she indicated. That's fine. As I told her, I'm not anticipating. We'll say at least a month. To resist, I guess, just repeating the same information. But yes, I wouldn't anticipate this particular job being ready for about a month.
Okay. Did
so-
they tell you like where we were going or what we were doing?
No. They did not disclose that bit of information, just that you would be leaving and unsure of when you would be returning.
We'll be in Shadowdale.
Oh. Business, I presume?
Personal.
You said taking a job? Oh. Personal. Okay. Very well. I don't wish to intrude, so
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. And then I'll proceed to tell him the story because I don't
Okay.
remember if I told him ever before.
Nope. You have not, so
And then I'll just let him know that like I've got a lead that takes us there to find.
are you telling him about your sister or about
Yeah,
Carly?
yeah. My
And
sister.
Carly?
Both.
And
Why not?
Carly, or-
Yeah, because I mean,
Okay.
whatever.
Okay.
I'll leave out
Get
the
done.
I'll leave out the part of like Kovac taking me there because I don't know if he wants it to be
Okay.
known.
Say, interesting. So he's looking at you in almost like an academic, like interest type way.
Of
that
course
you
they
think
would.
Something. Yeah. He says that's fascinating. That well, of course, again, my sympathies for your sister. That's awful. And I hope that whomever committed that atrocity is found, and you're able to find her. Sounds like she may just be held captive, which would not necessarily, it's like not good, but
Best case
better
scenario.
better than alternatives. But the idea of entering into a person's soul or their mind. That is absolutely fascinating. Is I would be very intrigued to hear more about that and how you were able to accomplish that. I've heard of individuals speaking with the departed, but generally that is limited to, I believe, 4 or 5 questions, and the individual's still capable of telling falsehoods, but to interact with them in such a raw manner.
I didn't even know such a thing was possible until I did it, you know.
I didn't know until you just told me. It's fascinating. I will have to inquire with some practitioners of the divine. Or maybe I'll have someone else do it. I do. Yes. I have some other things I have to focus. Piqued my interest, though. Very, very interesting. Well, upon your return, if you would be willing to discuss this more, I would be happy. I'm sure I'll have many questions by that point. I already have many questions, but I'm sure I'll have many more. But I wish you luck on the travels,
Thank you.
and I hope the best for your sister.
I appreciate it.
Well, anything else?
No, that's pretty much it. Just we decided, like, you know, as a group that you should at least know where we're going. We don't know when we'll be back.
Of course, and like I said, I appreciate you thinking of me. It's part of the reason I am confident and was confident in approaching you. So, well, please, you're under no real obligation to speed back for me. I hope you're able to resolve this issue.
I think we will.
And I look forward to hearing about your travels on your return.
Yeah, I'll come back and talk to you. I'll try to answer what I can, but
Of course, I appreciate anything. Very interesting, fascinating. Well, if there's anything else, feel free to stop by.
will do.
Okay.
Have a great day, sir.
Yeah, you too. And
Thanks.
as you're leading, you see him like get behind his desk, and he's like starts searching. Like,
That was my last stop.
okay, all right. Anything anybody else has for the day?
Yeah, I think I'll go to El Hazir's. No, I'm kidding.
Good deal. Got to go for the hat trick.
Well, to be fair, they just said they were gonna look at the crossbow.
It's true.
I really think you should go and you should talk to him about our trip.
Tempting.
So, all right. Anything else for anyone else today?
Nah,
Okay. So, some point mid-afternoon, there will be a knock on the door, and the package will be delivered to you guys. It is like when you get it, it's an actual box. So when it enters into your hand, like the box itself is closed, and as soon as it comes into your grasp, you hear an audible like click, and the lid just kind of pops a little bit, and there's like a little flash of energy from around the edge of the box.
We're dead.
But you hear the sound of basically like a lock being disengaged, but there's no latch on this piece of wood either. It's just closed. But yeah, when you pick it, when it gets in your hands, it kind of pops open, just a little crack, but you can lift it, and inside will be a collection of parchment that some very neat handwriting is on there, detailing out various pieces of information, encounters that he had, individuals that they encountered, what they encountered, effects or magical spells. Just about as much information that he could possibly remember for you. So it'll take some time to study, but I'll give you guys some information as far as like important names or whatnot when you guys are on the trip. But
Perfect.
you have a bunch of information that you can go through.
And
Oh, that's stuff to read.
I'm all over that.
It's right down your alley.
So I will pass it on then as, for Kovac to have, or and then he can share out information. Unless there was something that Kelnorn was going to get out of it too.
he'd like to read it.
All right. So I will pass that on. So anything else for you guys? Other than just reading
We
the...
probably should have told Hilga that we were leaving tomorrow. If we're ready to leave our trip.
Yeah, I was gonna ask the group if they, like everyone, if they were ready to leave tomorrow, if we had what we needed.
You guys can have that conversation now.
Or when we wanted to leave.
I let Elga know that we were leaving soon. I didn't know exactly when. She's been preparing rations for us. So,
I think sooner better than later.
agreed.
I agree.
Because we let El Hazir know that we were leaving because of the mission
Pick up
that he
wine
had
for the
approached us
mission?
about. What's that?
Did pick up wine for mission?
No.
So we'll need to pick up before leave.
We also, yeah, we could pick it up on the way.
Yeah.
On the way out, because the horses are north anyway, and the north side of the city, and then also we're heading north, I think, right?
Yep.
I also need to let Shelby know that we're leaving, because I asked her to keep an eye on Elga.
That's a good idea.
So wrap up business and leave at noon tomorrow?
Should probably work.
Yeah, I'd say just kind of head in when things are starting to open up and skedaddle.
Sounds like a plan.
Yep.
That's our plan of attack.
All right. So we will wrap up the day then, and we'll go ahead and end the session there with the beginning of the following day as you guys prepare for your journey heading north towards Shadowdale. And whatever mysteries and fun times await you on the road and there. So that'll be it for tonight. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. If you're watching this on YouTube, do all the stuff, hit all the buttons, you know, all those funny stuff that YouTubers ask you to do. So until next time, everybody, we will see you later and keep those dice warm. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
See ya.